Rose City Quilter here for another little video. I'm going to show you how I have been marking this little triangle motif that I know lots of people are using in these points that gradually get bigger as they go to the corner. How I'm marking them so that they fit and grow in an equal amount to the changing proportion. Yes. And so I am using my favorite tool. It's called a Simplex ruler. Simplex ruler, and I'm going to, in the blog that I do to go with this, I will be putting a link to our store's website so you can order one. This is my favoriteest marking tool. Okay, so what I'm doing is I want to mark each triangle in equal thirds. So I'm taking 4 of these little things. I'm putting one at the point and one at the base. Now I'm taking a marking pencil. It doesn't really matter. This one is a Fons and Porter white porcelain marker. And I'm just going to put a mark at each of the 2 points in the center. So as I go around doing this, all I'm doing is expanding this flex thing to match my curves. So here I'm going out to an even bigger one. And so what happens is it doesn't fit. Roger, my cameraman, was trying to make it fit. So that's why I wanted to show it. So what you have to do is cheat a little bit. So I got to put one more in there. So what I'm doing here is skipping one, marking one, skipping one, marking one. If I skipped one, the next one would be at the point. So that works. Okay. So I'm just going to mark that a little better so I can see it. So it was just the same thing, marking each one in that manner. I have also taken and marked these triangles overlap a little bit. So I marked where here is the seam. I've marked where a seam would be if it was going through there. And I'm doing that because if you look over here, I'm making those look like they underlap where the piecing crosses over, like it's hiding in behind there. So I need to know where that line is in order to be able to do that. So I don't know if it'll show in the video, but I've done the same thing on this corner where I'm going to start. So now I'm going to kind of line up my ruler so that it's a 1/4 inch away from the point that I want to go to and a 1/4 inch away from this point. That is so I can find the precise point along this seam allowance where I need to start stitching that. And so instead of marking that, I'm just using the ruler as I go to figure that out. So I've done a couple of lock stitches there. Now I'm just going to simply stitch across to my mark, stitch across to the corner, stitch across to my mark. Now once again, it's this funny corner that's underlapping, so I gotta line up my ruler so it's a 1/4 inch away from that corner, but I'm just stitching till I hit that seam allowance. Now to save stopping and starting, I am simply doing what I call sneaking along the ditch to get from one to the next. Okay, so here is where I've got a seam again, so I'm going to just sneak up that seam and away I go on the next one. Same thing over and over. That's it for today. Make sure